Well, the Ravens just pulled off the pivot of the century, and it leaves the Bills looking like they're playing checkers while everyone else is playing chess. The Ravens failed Maxx Crosby's physical, kept their 2 first-round picks, and used that leverage to immediately pivot and sign Trey Hendrickson, who just happened to be the best pass rusher available on the market for $28 million a year. Meanwhile, the Bills traded for DJ Moore, and we are still $2 million over the cap. They immediately restructured Lamar's deal to make $40 million overnight. So they literally got the 2 best pass rushers available on the market within a span of 13 hours, 24 hours. I don't understand what is happening in Buffalo. I mean, I do understand, and I'm going to get to that. But the Ravens had 7 Pro Bowlers on their team last season, and we had 2. We had less Pro Bowlers than the Jacksonville Jaguars last year on our team. How is it that a team with 7 Pro Bowlers is able to get not 1, but 2 of the most premier pass rushers available this cycle? That makes 0 sense to me. They have Pro Bowlers at every single level of their team, defense and offense, and we have 2 guys on offense. And for some reason, we are in cap hell, while the Ravens are just making every move they want. Ravens create $40 million in cap space for restructuring Lamar Jackson. Brandon Beane is restructuring contracts just to afford a $24.5 million cap hit for DJ Moore, and we still aren't under the cap. Yeah, they could do Josh Allen next, but we should have already done Josh Allen, and we should have gone and got guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? God, dude. We're acting like we're the ones that needs to save pennies. The Ravens are the ones with the stars, and they're the ones making moves. Beane is acting like he's managing a rebuild while Josh Allen is in his prime. DJ Moore had a career-low 50 catches last year. He's costing us a second-round pick and $24.5 million a year, which I guess the first year is going to be 6. Baltimore lost Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders, and they responded by signing an all-pro edge. We trade for a declining receiver, and what do? We respond by cutting depth. We traded a second-rounder for a guy Chicago didn't even want anymore, and now we're too broke to sign any starter. Because Brandon Beane didn't steal DJ Moore. He anchored our entire free agency to him. I already know what the comment section is going to say. It's going to be full of people calling me a Beane hater. They'll all say he's the best GM and look at all the winning seasons we've had. And here's the truth. Winning seasons don't hang banners. The Steelers win every season. Should we just go 9 wins every year? Is that what we should go for just because he wins? The Baltimore Ravens just exposed our front office twice in 1 season. Twice. Look, Beane and McDermott, they're great coaches and they're great GM. And there's no arguing what they have done for this organization. But we need to be serious and honest about who they are. We need to start looking at them for what they are. And exactly what they are culture builders. That's what they are. They were perfect for 2017 when we needed to get out of our 17-18 year playoff slump, right? And they did that. And they created a team that's a perennial winner. But these aren't Super Bowl caliber level coaches and GMs. They're rebuild coaches and GMs. I wouldn't be surprised if McDermott goes to a team that has a terrible record this year, the following season, to rebuild them as well. And based on what I'm seeing here, Beane might end up getting fired. So maybe he could join them. Cardinals. They've proven year after year that they're below average at getting a team to the finish line. We didn't fire McDermott, just let Beane do the same thing with more power. This is why everyone was shocked that Beane wasn't let go with McDermott. No one was really shocked that McDermott was let go. It was that we kept Beane as well. And this is what we're getting. This is what we get for promoting Beane. Subpar off seasons. Safe off seasons, while our competitors, people who we are directly in competition with, we're going to see the Ravens in the postseason. We have them on our schedule this year. We're going to see these guys. Look, I'm tired of hearing trust the process. When the process results in us being 32nd or 30th in cap space with the 20th best roster. Is Beane really smart, or is he just scared to miss? Scared to take a risk? Tell me in the comments, if you had $30 million in your pocket, would you rather go and get DJ Moore or AJ Brown or Trey Hendrickson? If the process results in us being $32 million in the hole and has fewer Pro Bowlers than the Jaguars, The process is broken. Being a great GM means winning the arms race as well. In the last 48 hours, the Ravens have shown exactly who Brandon Beane is when it comes to the arms race. And they've lapped us up twice over. I'm done with moral victories. I'm done with culture and locker room fits. I want the aggression that Baltimore shows. I want a GM that treats Josh Allen's prime like the emergency that it is, instead of pinching pennies to try to see what we could do next season. Maybe I am a Beane hater. I think he's really good at changing cultures. I think he's really good at finding culture guys that will change your locker room, guys that will bring your team from the abyss into relevance. That's what McDermott and Beane are for. That's who those guys are. And those guys are valuable in this league. Those guys demand a lot of respect and money in this league. I'm not saying that he's a bad GM because he's that kind of GM. What I'm saying is, when you're a Super Bowl team, that's not the kind of GM that you want. The Rams just completely remade their entire secondary, as well as the Chiefs. And here we are with one good signing, and we're going to finish with the 25th overall pick in the draft. Yet again. But that's all I have for today. Feel free to comment. Let me know how you feel about it. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I'm a dummy, if I make sense, put it down in the comments below. I'll be making more videos, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout for new videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.